Good morning. Here I am in Abercastle, and it's nearly 3 o'clock now, and this is Amber and this is Carl. And Carl, you're telling me you're a Coast Guard. That must be a really interesting thing in this neck of the woods.
Yeah, I've just joined in the last nine months.
Yes.
And we've had obviously this is our busy period when you get all the visitors coming down.
Yes.
Generally we're going out and we're recovering people who maybe twisted an ankle, bits and pieces.
Yes.
It's a lot of medical evacuations, and we also set up for the helicopter when it comes in, which is more often now because we've got 2 new helicopters based in St Athan.
Yes.
So we call the helicopters in quite often.
Yes.
And we'll secure an area for them to actually land the helicopter.
Yes.
But very often, if an ambulance was here, he wouldn't be able to go out to the coastal path where maybe somebody's hurt themselves. So
Yes.
we'll actually evacuate the casualty to the ambulance.
Right.
And I say I'm based in St David's. There's
Yes.
12 of us, all volunteers,
Yes.
and we support Fishguard and Milford.
Right.
And I'm given to understand we'll have between 40 and 60 shouts every year.
Really?
Yeah, it's and you get a lot of searching for missing people.
Yes.
Dogs jumping off the cliff,
Yes.
unfortunately, and we go and we'll get that dog back to
Yes.
stop the owners going for the dog.
Trying to
So
go
it's,
after it, yes.
but it's a nice thing. It's very enjoyable and it's good teamwork.
It must be very self-satisfying and
It is.
rewarding for yourself. I mean, I think that's incredible that you should be a volunteer and do something like that.
Yeah, it's
Putting yourself at risk at times as well. I would imagine you have to do that quite often.
one of the big things we're tasked with, and one of the things we're arguably the best at, is going over the cliff.
Yes.
And obviously that is a risky thing when you're going over the cliff to try and rescue somebody, and they're
Yeah.
maybe 200, 300 foot down
Yes.
at the bottom of a cliff face, and if the tide's coming in, you've got to get down there.
Yes.
So that's quite important. But and there's a lot of training goes on.
Yes.
I've not yet become what they call a rope tech, which is the chap who actually goes over the side, but that's something
Right.
I'll be doing next year.
Right.
But what we do a lot of is people who've fallen and twisted ankles, broken legs,
Yes.
shoulders and things.
Yes.
And we get a lot of visitors here. I mean, there's only 300,000 people in Pembrokeshire, but that
Yes.
number will virtually double as the visitors
yes,
come in.
Absolutely.
So this summer period is bonkers busy.
I could imagine.
But it's good. It's good fun. We enjoy it.
And Amber, what about yourself? By the way, thank you very much indeed for the cakes, the
Oh,
Welsh
they're-
cakes.
yeah.
I've never had any Welsh cakes, and your dad very kind gave me a very nice cup of tea, which was very nice.
Yeah.
I'm ready for a cup of tea. I've just walked down from Stumble Lighthouse. And,
Oh wow, yeah.
So yeah, it's nice to have a break and a cup of tea. But what do you do then? Are you
Oh well, I'm obviously in
She's-
school still, yeah.
She's only 14 and a half.
14 and a half?
Yeah,
Wow.
But I actually, Welsh cakes. I work down in Welsh cake shop down in Solver, so
Right.
yeah, I just make Welsh cakes
A company
really.
called
Right.
Mamgie's Welsh cake,
Mamgie's.
which means grandmother in Welsh.
Yeah.
So-
I notice you've got your sort of wetsuit on.
Yeah.
What about what's that for then? Do
Oh
you do
well, we're going off now just around the coves in Abercastle, so
Yes.
yeah, we're just having a
We're
little
gonna
wander.
Doing some coast steering, we are.
some right?
And we've got our goggles and things to see what the visibility's like.
And your fishing rods as well and
Yeah,
stuff
Oh
like that.
yeah.
Well, we'll wait then. When the tide comes back in, I've got a boat over in Solver, so I've got 3 pots out there, and
Yes.
we'll go and catch some mackerel. And
Right.
we'll lift the pots and rebait the pots.
Wow,
So
you
normally-
lead a very interesting life, Carl, don't
Yeah,
you?
I must be honest. It's a lovely place, man. To be
Yes.
fair, it's. We came down for 6 months, and that was 7 years ago.
Yes.
We never went back.
Yes.
So yeah, and it's a great place for kids to be brought up. To be fair.
Yes.
Although I keep telling Amber she does need to when she gets her A levels and whatever, she needs to go off to university because
Yeah.
unfortunately there's not a lot for for
opportunity
youngsters.
and
Yeah.
yes, I
They've
can
got to get
understand
away,
Yeah.
and but they always come back. That's
Yes.
the thing. So
Yeah.
as much as I'll be sorry to see her go, I'll be pleased because
Yes.
she'll be off to exciting things, and then
Yes.
she can come back whenever she wants. It'll always be
Yeah.
here, and we'll always be here, to be fair. But,
So finally, I mean, you know the path very well, obviously. So I've got this far. What's in front of me for the next sort of 20
Well,
miles? What can you tell me about that?
Your next set, as you come along now, you got Aberystwyth, and you'll be heading over towards White Sands and St David's Head.
Yes.
And when you get to St David's Head, you need to walk to the very end of it. You'll see a Stone Age burial tomb, isn't it? And then
Yeah.
there's 7 Stone Age castles there, Stone Age fortifications.
Yes.
So if you go right to the end, but you have to turn around and look back, and you'll see the 7 circles.
Right.
So that's right on St David's Head. And then as you come back down through White Sands, which is a lovely little beach, you'll head off then in the inside of Ramsey Island. And if you look in there, that's where the porpoises and the dolphins are. And then as you come around, then you'll be heading towards our place, which is Solva.
Wow.
And Solva's a lovely place. Of course, if you've got time, you need to nip into St David's to have a look at the cathedral, which
Yes.
is, I mean, that's a must. You've got to do
Because
that.
it's a city, isn't it, of course?
It's 2,500 people, smallest city in Europe.
Really?
But yeah, 2,500 people apparently. And then, and of course, for Catholics and a pilgrimage to St David's, you'd have to do 4 pilgrimages to St David's to be the equivalent of 1 to Rome. So that's why St David's is so famous.
Ah, right.
Because it was very much the place to come if you were Catholic.
Ah, that's
Yeah,
very
so,
interesting.
Yeah, you'll see loads, and you'll see St Non's, which is the birthplace or the mother of St David.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there's a lot for you to look at. And if you keep your eyes peeled, you'll see porpoises.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, lots going on, and you might even see us fishing then as well.
Yeah.
Do you know, I could stand here talking to you all day. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet you. And once again, thank you for the tea.
Yeah,
and,
you're
and
very
Yeah,
thanks
it's
for
been
the
lovely meeting
biscuits.
you. Yeah.
And I'm just knocked out with people like you. I was saying to you earlier on that this film is not necessarily about me walking, and it's not necessarily about places that I go to and the places that I see. It's about the people that I'm meeting, and I've met some fantastic, genuinely lovely people. And Carl, you're nearly at the top of the list of that. You're certainly a very, very nice guy, and it's an absolute pleasure to meet people like you. And it's been like this all the way since I left Anglesey, which I was knocked out with the people and the friendliness, and all the way down the coast. I've met some really nice people, and it makes this walk around the country worthwhile, because I would never have met you in any other way.
Well, Wales is full of generally happy, pleasant people. I find it just
I find exactly the same.
Yeah, they're just nice and they want to talk to you.
Yes.
And genuinely nice people, so that's good.
I'm looking forward to getting back to Fishguard tonight, because it's their festival weekend.
Yeah, it is
the
actually,
jazz
isn't it?
festival, and God knows what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
So it's very interesting.
Excellent.
Okay, thanks, Carl.
Thank you.
Very much indeed.
Good luck with that.
Thank you very much
meeting you,
indeed.
yeah.
Thank you. He's a good boy, aren't you? Good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you're right. He's lovely. He's got a poorly leg. Look, he's got a poorly leg. But you're all right. He's a lovely temperament, isn't he?
Oh, yes.
Do you mind if I put the video on you?
No problem.
Yeah.
He's come from a rescue centre, he has.
Ah, really? How old is he?
He's 11 years old now.
Right.
And 4 and a half years ago, he got away from me and chased some motorcyclists. And ended up on a dual carriageway and got hit side on.
Oh dear.
So it fractured his vertebra and the bones shattered and cut his spinal cord.
Oh,
So yeah, 6 months he was nursed in a cot
blimey.
at the end of the bed, and then we bought like a trampoline and things, exercised him.
Yes.
So he's actually able to get about now as long as I hold him
That's
up.
remarkable recovery then, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
That's a lot of TLC you've put into
An
him.
awful lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
an awful lot.
Yeah.
But he saved me because I was suffering with depression.
Ah, well,
So I used to go down to the rescue centre and just help out for the day,
yes.
and he ended up coming on with me.
Oh, well, that's a lovely story. That's fabulous.
Yeah, no one would have adopted him, you see, because he had problems and he was bald
Oh,
by
right.
the way he'd been mistreated.
Oh, what
But
a
most
shame.
of his hair's back now.
Oh, well, he's a very lucky dog to find someone like you then, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I think we chose each other
Yes.
I think he could see that I needed help and I knew that he needed help.
Yes. What a lovely story. What's your name, sorry?
Oh, Anita.
Anita.
Yes.
Okay, my name's Jim.
Jim.
Oh.
Right, okay. But yes, he loves it. We come down here regularly.
Yeah.
We got a caravan 2 miles up the road,
Yes.
and we spend as much time as we can because he loves it here.
Oh well, that's lovely.
Yes.
Oh, smashing.
Isn't it, Seamus? Rule my life. Isn't it? Everything revolves around him.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
My-
It's about 12:15 and I've reached Abu Dhabi, so I've got a bit of time to kill. And what better time to kill a bit of time than talking to these very nice ladies here. Your name, please, is?
Is Joe?
Is Joe.
Well, no, it's
Is Joe. Joe. And your name?
Basha.
Basha. And so, what are you doing here then, Joe? What's going on?
Well, we decided to make the most of the weather and come down to the beach for the day.
Yes.
Something quite simple.
Are you familiar with this part of Wales then?
No, not particularly. So it's first time here.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful beach, nice water. So and got the dogs
Yeah.
as well. So yeah, combination of a day out and walking the dogs really.
I must admit, you look very comfortable.
I feel very comfortable.
Yes. I mean, it's a beautiful sort of soft sand beach as well, isn't it? They are.
Yeah.
These beaches are amazing, stretch for miles, don't they?
Yeah, yeah, it is very nice.
And what about you, Sasha? I noticed you've got a new camera there. How are you getting on with it?
That's right, yeah, that's just a week-old baby.
Yes.
And yeah, we've taken first few portraits today.
Oh well.
So that's a new achievement, but yeah, it's very enjoying it a lot. So
Have you been into photography a while and photography for a
Yes,
while? And
that's
this is
right.
just a new. This is
Yes.
the best.
yeah, so I started. I've done quite a bit photography, macro photography.
Yes.
And I'm just about to publish a book. And
Really?
it's about Bath, like not the city Bath, but Bath,
Yes.
the one that we would take, with the recipes, history of Bath, and yeah, many other stories connected with bathing,
Wow, that's
and the photography as well.
right. And you're Polish originally. Yeah?
That's right.
So how long have you been in the UK?
Oh, now 11 years.
All right, good. And obviously you like it here, and
Very much.
yeah, that's great. I know one or two Polish people that I met who lived in Bulgaria, in Sofia. There's quite a lot of Polish people there as well.
Yeah.
All very, very nice.
There's quite a
people.
few
Very
here as well. We heard
Yes.
some. Yeah, I heard some Polish. Yeah, actually.
Well, it's been a real pleasure meeting you. Oh, we've got. Oh, look at this.
Action.
Oh, we've got.
Come here. Mash, come here. Oi. Come here.
They are beasts.
They are, aren't they? Hey.
Ferocious beasts.
Oh,
That's
look at that.
Nimbus.
Anyway, lovely to meet you.
Yeah, and
lovely
you,
to meet you,
and all
Joe.
the best with your walk.
Yes, thank you
Yes.
very much indeed. And it's been lovely speaking to you. It's been great.
To you as well. Thank you.
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank
Bye bye
you.
now. Bye bye.
Bye.
Here we've got some more walkers. We've got Lynn and Mike who are coming my way. There's a procession of you all coming my way. I mean, I'm never going to know if there's anybody following me unless they catch me up. But nevertheless, it's lovely to see this sunshine and to get all of these walkers back on the path. So where are you heading today? Have you got a plan?
We're heading to Seaton, and then we'll catch the bus back home to Branscombe.
Yes.
And that will be our walk for today.
Right.
Yes.
I wouldn't have walked right through Branscombe, but I was there yesterday on the walk because I'm walking easterly.
Oh,
So
yes.
so I came across it, but I came back through Branscombe on the bus on the way back,
Yeah.
Yes.
back to Sidmouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, lovely little
It's
area.
quite a good walk, isn't it, from Branscombe up to Sidmouth?
Oh yes, it's very hilly. I mean,
It is.
it's a complete contrast to this, though. I mean, you don't see much of the sea and all the stunning cliffs and things when you walk in this.
It's quite an
Yeah.
unusual stretch. This one.
It is.
Yeah.
Don't forget to look at the white cliffs as you go past.
Yes, there's some further down that I've got to look at. But yesterday it was fairly stunning. I was surprised to see that in sorry, I forget the name so quickly. In Seaton, the cliffs of there's a tree that's come right down the hill and landed on the beach,
Yeah.
and it looks very dangerous. You
The
know.
one in Lyme Regis, it's exposed one of the Regency tips. There's quite a
Yeah.
lot of interesting stuff on the seashore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
As you're going into Charmouth.
Yes. So are you originally from this area? I mean, you were sorry, you were saying you're from Wales.
I'm from Pembrokeshire.
Yes.
Lynn's from the
Cardiff.
Rumney Valley.
Oh, right, right,
And but we moved to Minehead about 40 years ago.
right, right.
And moved down here last year.
Very nice. Oh well, that's a lovely story. And it's lovely to meet you. Kind of
And you
people.
Good to meet you, and we
Yeah,
wish you all the best.
Yes, that'd be very nice. Keep in touch. That'd be lovely.
Yes, we'll follow you.
Thank you very
nice
much
to meet
indeed.
you, Jim.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Here I am in Poole, and within minutes of getting here, it's not as if I actually know the lady, but we actually saw each other yesterday. I do remember you, and you remember me, and here we are at the other side of the. In a different world now. So are you off over there again today then?
No, we just park up at Shore Road and just walking round
Yes.
to the Haven and then back in between work.
I didn't know that there was a beach like this at this side. I was thinking I put my trainers on this morning instead of my boots, thinking I'm going to be walking on roads.
No.
But here I am in my
beautiful
trainers.
beach.
But yeah, it's a lovely beach. isn't it?
Yeah, all the way along.
And that's Bournemouth in the background, so it's it's a beautiful area. They say it's one of the most expensive areas in the country to live, don't they?
This is
Yes,
this is called Panorama Road on the
Yes.
peninsula. Yeah.
And a lot of the famous celebrities like Harry Redknapp and Max Bargraves and all them people have lived along here.
Bygraves
He
live
did.
here.
He lived down that a little bit further
Yeah,
down
yeah.
that way.
Oh, I
But
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, I can see why it is said to be one of the most expensive parts. But and you're actually born and bred and from this area generally, then, are you?
No, neither of us
No.
are.
Oh, really?
No, I'm from north.
Yeah, I'm from Essex.
I didn't ask your names, by the way.
Amanda.
Amanda.
Kate.
And Kate.
Yeah.
You're from Essex. You're from Essex.
I'm
Essex.
Essex.
Oh, I'm
yeah.
saying nothing about Essex.
Yeah.
girl.
Good. I love it. I am very proud to be Essex.
Well, yes, I'm sure you are. No, I'm only joking. I've got a lot of Essex friends. A lovely girl. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's been lovely meeting you girls, and have a
you.
nice day. And look at this weather again.
I know.
fabulous.
That's why we're out and about.
Yeah. Take advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you take
Bye.
care.
Bye now.
Lovely.
Bye.
Thank
And
you.
check me out. Bye
Yeah,
now.
do.
Bye. Bye. Well, think about it this way. You've only got 136 miles to go.
Thank you. That's awful nice. Well, if the weather stays like this, it's going to be a very beautiful
It is.
136 miles.
Well, yes. This is fabulous weather. On the east coast, it's foggy and misty and cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My wife, we were from the east coast, and my wife, I spoke to this morning, and she said it's miserable. Well, have a good time and enjoy England before we leave the EU. Right, well, I've reached Colwyn Bay and walking along the seafront, and I bumped into this guy Peter, who's from Liverpool. So what are you doing here then, Peter?
Well, I've just come down for the day to see a friend, but he doesn't finish work till a bit later on. So I've come down a bit early because of the lovely weather we've got. I like walking along the seafront, especially when the weather's nice. People seem happier, they seem to be having a good time, and it's just fun walking and talking to people, watching people fish down here.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, they're very friendly people in this part of the world as well, aren't they?
Well, they are very friendly, but as I've said, when the sun comes out,
Yeah, it changes personality.
Most people seem to be friendly.
Yeah.
Most people do, and it's just a joy. It's just a joy to be alive.
Yeah.
To walk around, it's just great.
Yeah. I mean, this weather. I mean, you've obviously had the same weather in Liverpool as down the rest of the west coast. It's been unbelievable.
Yeah, the weather's amazing, and you've got to make the most of it.
Yeah.
Because in a few 4 or 5 months, whatever, we're going to have the winter back. We're going to have the dark nights, dark mornings. Everybody's going to be miserable. It's going to be raining, maybe snowing. So when the sun's out, come out, enjoy it, talk to people, mix. It'll do you the world of good. It's just amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, that's a good attitude, and that's the attitude I have actually. And I've met some fantastic people, like from all over the world, you know, who you can tell people who want to talk to you. You can tell people who are friendly, and you just get into a small conversation, and they tell you their life story, which is really nice.
But just to meet different people from Wales or England or all over the world, it's just great to have conversations with them and get their point of view and see what they're talking about. It just builds you up. You just feel great.
Yeah.
We all should talk.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great therapy.
Yeah.
We should all do it. I love it. I love talking.
I couldn't agree with you more, Peter. It's been a great pleasure meeting you, mate.
Thank you.
And can I ask you, you actually live in Liverpool?
I live in Liverpool, yeah.
Right, okay. I've got to admit, I was really impressed with Liverpool when I walked in. I mean, I know I came in past Stanley Dock and the back way, because I walked down from Southport that day. But the city centre now is incredible, isn't it?
The city centre's incredible. We've got great history. Don't believe what you read in the newspapers. Go to Liverpool, go to the waterfront, talk to Scousers. They're the best people in the world.
Yeah.
They're great. They'll talk to you, they'll do anything for you, give you directions, whatever you want.
Yeah.
They're just a great bunch.
Yeah.
Don't believe what you read in the newspapers.
Yeah.
Liverpool's nothing like that.
Yeah.
We've got crime. We've got crime all over the world.
Everybody has.
Everybody has. So just come there. I recommend it.
Yeah.
You've got students that come to Liverpool to study the degrees or whatever from all over the country. And you say to them at the end of the degrees or whatever they're doing, what are you going to do now? Are you going to go back home and live where you came from? No. Where are you going to live? I'm going to stay in Liverpool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That tells you a lot about Liverpool.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
So, as well as visiting here, visit Liverpool.
Yeah. Nice one, mate. It was a great pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And you've got my card.
Am I a star now?
Yeah, you're a star.
When's this going on?
I'm not far now from Alnmouth, as we call it. The Geordies call it Allenmouth. But this is Mick and Avril, and I've just met them. I'm just about maybe a mile or two short now of Alnmouth. So what are you doing out here then? Why are you in this neck of the woods?
Having a wonderful time. Paddling on the beaches. The North Sea is warm. The North Sea is warm up to there.
Yeah.
And then it gets cold. And we love the people here and the flowers and fauna.
Yeah.
And Mick can put a few words in.
Yeah. And where are you from then, Mick?
Well, originally from Yorkshire. We originated in Otley.
Oh, really?
Otley near Ilkley.
Yeah.
And we have spent a good our children's childhood there with good neighbours and everything. And and then we came to live in Cumbria.
Very nice.
We've been there now for 31 years.
Wow. Do you think you'd like it?
Still love it. Still love it.
Absolutely.
Still love it. But we love Northumberland as much.
So have you got a caravan here then?
Yes, we have. Yeah,
Right.
it's a touring caravan, and we leave it here all year round. So the children, our grandchildren came here and everything. It's wonderful.
That's lovely.
All right.
Well, it's been a real pleasure to meet you.
And it's a pleasure to talk to you.
And now you can take your bits of wood and do whatever it is that
And
you're
we
going to
have
do
our
with them.
bonfire tonight.
You looked as if you was going to mug me when I walked up. Okay, very nice to meet you, Avril.
Cheers.
All the best to you, mate. And you know, you can follow me on Facebook or on YouTube, and you're on it now. So
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank
It's
you.
a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Don't let the police see this.
No. I'm not far from Brancaster now. I'm not sure whether I've gone through it or I'm just about
Not
to
yet,
go
I
through
don't
it, to be
think.
honest. But this is Claire.
Hello, nice to meet
This
you.
is
Siobhan.
Siobhan.
And Joe.
And so where are you all from? Different places?
So we're from Loughborough.
Loughborough, wow, yeah, Leicestershire.
And I'm from Loughborough originally, but living in London now.
Right, very nice. So you're just out here for a bit of a walking holiday or something, or is
Yeah,
it just...
girls' weekend. We haven't caught up for how many months?
Quite
about
a lot.
8, 9 months. So.
Oh, well, that's a really nice way of doing it, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
you couldn't have picked a better weekend
I
because
know.
the forecast is really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was here yesterday and there was a bit of a biting wind, but that's gone today.
It has.
It looks like being like almost back to 2018 weather, you know,
Yeah.
it was glorious last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, have a good time, ladies.
Thank you.
Okay.
Meet you. Good luck with your walk. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, it's been great. It's been lovely, and as I say, part of that is saying hello to such lovely people. And I've met thousands of people from all over the world, and that's what people like about this. You know, the different people that I meet, and all kinds of people from all over the world. It's been fantastic.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Nice to see you.
Okay, good
day.
to see you all.
Bye bye now.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bumped into Jonathan and Gracie, who were coming in the opposite direction to me, and it's an absolutely beautiful day for a walk, John. Where have you been and where are you going?
Well, we live near Tunbridge Wells, but we drove down to Hastings and we walked from Hastings and done a big circle up to Fairlight and back.
Yes.
And we're heading back to Hastings now.
Right. I mean, is the walk any more sort of undulating than this is, or is it
Oh,
more
yes.
or less it's steadied out a bit now? Is
No, you've got more undulation
a
to
lot,
come.
a lot of ups and
Quite
downs.
a bit more,
Yeah,
yes.
well, I mean, it's not too bad, is it?
No,
really?
no, not at all.
Because I walked the other day on the other side of the lighthouse at on the chalk cliffs. My memory for names is
Seven Sisters.
Yes, that was a lovely walk.
Oh, we loved it up there.
Have you done that one?
Burling Gap. It's
Yes.
fabulous.
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, that was a terrific
Yeah, it's
walk.
lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And so, is the coastal path something new to you, or do you do many walks?
Well, we used to live in Devon for a while.
Ah, wow.
And we did a few walks down there. We didn't do the sort of walks you do, but we love walking. We used to do Dartmoor a lot too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's fabulous. Because North Devon and South Devon, the coastal paths are absolutely stunning.
Stunning.
You know,
Stunning, yeah.
The walk, one of my favourite walks, is from Clovelly to Welcome, which is on the border of Cornwall.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's a real challenge, but
Yes.
it's absolutely fabulous walk. It's
Yes.
absolutely beautiful.
We used to live in a little village called Sholden, which you might have gone through on your walk, which is near Teignmouth, opposite Teignmouth.
Yes, yes. I mean, Teignmouth I remember well, but yes, I remember Teignmouth. I found a really good campsite in Teignmouth.
Yes.
And that was excellent.
Good.
Lovely area.
Good,
lovely.
yes it is. Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Well, it's just a quick hello, and it's lovely to see you people on the coastal path. It's
And well done you. Congratulations, and we'll be thinking of you, and we're following you on YouTube.
Thank you very much indeed.
And on Facebook.
That's very kind of you. Thank you very much indeed.
Do you stop and go home first, or do you just do the whole thing in one go?
No, I've been home a few times actually,
Right.
and I do have a break, even though I walked all the way through the winter. I walked January, February, and March right through the winter, but it was great.
The Welsh coast is good, isn't it, Pembroke?
Oh, that's fabulous. I was there last summer, but I did this coastal path in the winter. I got to Land's End at the end of November, and then I stayed in Lizard because the weather was really bad. There was one of these tail end of one of these American storms, if you remember.
Yes.
So I set off on Boxing Day, and I've been walking in this direction ever since.
Gosh.
It's been brilliant.
When I was 42, I was working for an advertising agency, and I got fired, which was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I cycled from London to Land's End with the chap who employed me, and then I went into the pharmaceutical business.
Excellent, excellent.
I love
And it's
Land's
amazing.
End.
And it's amazing that you worked at the same company as my father worked at.
Isn't that
probably at the same time? I mean, there was a lot of people. I don't know. There was thousands of people employed there, but there were not many men compared to women. It was a very much a female-orientated job. You know, it was.
Yes,
like
it was.
And it was thousands of women, and they all knew it. But when he retired, what year would it be when he retired? It'd been about 2002, something like that. And there was thousands of people went to his. To his party and everything, and when he died, the church was absolutely packed. With, he was such a popular, friendly guy because he knew so many people. And
I used to go to a dance hall in Hull. Was it the Locarno or something like
the
that?
Locarno, yes,
Yeah, I used to
in
go there.
Ferrons Way.
And it's very funny because all the women would sit on one side and the men on one side, wait till the music stopped, and then they hurtle across the room to grab somebody.
Yes.
Hessel Road,
So,
gosh.
I dance with you.
Oh, I mean those old days. I mean Hesler Road's nothing now, but in those. Yes, I used to go to what they call Grabber Granny Night. It was good fun.
Yes.
Lovely to meet you.
And you.
And you.
Thank
Isn't
you.
that funny?
Well, it's been a real pleasure meeting you again, and it won't be long before we meet again. So
That's what you think.
yeah. Well, unless I hear anything different or any threats or anything. No, seriously, it's been great.
Have some
Brilliant,
more
mate,
jokes.
I enjoyed it, mate. Yeah.
Let's try and get a joke that neither of us know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's nearly impossible.
Yeah, I'm
isn't
gonna have to
Nice day, Jim. Have a
dig back into the archives, I think.
pleasant walk onwards to
Yeah.
Ross Niger.
Cheers,
Take
mate.
care of yourself.
Give
Cheers.
you the call tonight.
And this is Sue, who's look how clever she is on that scooter. Look at that. That's amazing.